My youngest son had type 1 diabetes, and my mother was dying from Alzheimer's. So I was motivated as a father and as a son to enter the medical philanthropy field. And I realized we just don't have anywhere near the resources we need. Particularly neuroscience has got a huge gap in the funding, and the NIH funding hasn't really reached the levels it should have if it just kept going at the level it was in 1970. So looking at California, which is the second largest resource for medical research in the world after the United States, if you consider California to be a country. I wrote an initiative, Proposition 71, in 2004 that the voters of California passed for $3 billion in this field. And then in this last November, the California voters were kind enough, with tremendous vision and dedication to patients, to pass another $5.5 billion in Proposition 14 for stem cell and regenerative medicine and genetics.
So you're paving the way for the future. It seems like in a lot of ways, or helping that way. Anyways, what does that look like? The future. What do you think? From when you started with 71, with Proposition 71, and now being with Proposition 14, right? How far have we come, and where are we going? Where do you see us going?
Well, we've come a long way in the central nervous system. Quadriplegics are tragic outcome of accidents that we can now reverse above the waist. We haven't been completely successful because we haven't been able to deal with the area below the waist. But right at USC, they did the first embryonic stem cell therapy trial with 10 million stem cells injected in the spine at the point of injury for a quadriplegic patient, a young man who had a car accident. His parents had been spoon-feeding him to keep him alive. And you can see films of him now lifting weights. So, I mean, a radical change. He's now part of his, really reunited with his family. He can participate in society, the people he loves. So, huge progress for a young man who would have been paralyzed for life. And another area with high interaction with the brain is, of course, the optic nerve and sight. And with stem cell therapies, they've now been able to restore sight to individuals with retinitis pigmentosa. A young woman who was blind for a decade could see her children again. Which is a radical improvement. And then on the other end of the spectrum, half of all Californians between 65 and 85 will go partially blind with macular degeneration. And again, with another stem cell therapy, they've been able to restore the retinal pigment epithelial cells, the cells at the back of the eye that allow you to see and perceive light. So, tremendous progress, but basically the future is early intervention therapies. Instead of years of suffering, bankrupt families, bankrupt medical systems, it's a real bright future of restoring health so people can live with quality of life to the end of their life.